they trying to put on you can end up coming back out of you. You take everything you got sometime, try not to throw some dirt back. I know I'm saved. I know I'm a child of God. But y'all, you cut me, I bleed like everybody else. And every now and then I want to tell somebody to back up off me. I mean, I ain't Jesus. I'm trying to be like Jesus. You better be patient with me because God ain't through with me yet. I'm still a work in progress. God still got his hand on me. Don't push me. I'm close to the edge. He's confused. He's confused. And now he's washing his net. He's giving up. He's giving up because his stuff got dirty at work. He's confused because things haven't worked out. Peter has a confused mind because he's working in the expertise. I mean, how many of you look at, even in your church, 75 years of existence, and you've been doing everything right, preaching and teaching the word of God, and you trying to grow and help the community. Then you got the community church, and then some people got a church in the community. You feeding the hungry. You looking after the homeless, and you taking care of folks. You got a church in the community. You got a community church, and they got a church in the community. Yet their church is bigger than your church. They got way more in their benevolence than you do. It's confusing, ain't it? That's what I'm trying to tell you. Peter had a confused mind. He had a confused mind. And those of us who are sitting here today, I'm sure you confused because you look at some stuff that happened with some people who never call on the name of the Lord, who never go to church, who never try to live right or act right, just do whatever they feel. You know some people like that. And here you are trying to walk right, talk right, do right, be right, and ain't nothing going right for you. It's confusing, ain't it? But watch this. Disappointments can give you a confused mind, but liberation starts when you open your mind. Because even if I got an empty boat, if I keep my mind open, see, that's why a lot of us never get a mind-blowing experience, because we've closed our minds because we got empty boats. Y'all you do know Peter's boat is his business, right? This is what he does. This is his business. His boat is his business. And you say you done close your mind, and now every time somebody make a suggestion to you, you say, I tried that and it didn't work. I went to church and it didn't work. I read my Bible and it didn't work. I still don't have nothing to show for it. But y'all, if anything gonna change in your life, if God gonna ever blow your mind, you have to keep your mind open even when your boat is empty. See, I don't understand some of us because we got nothing to show for all that we are doing. And things are not working out in our lives, and we still close our minds to the Word of God. What? Huh? You still close your mind to the Word of God. Ain't nothing working out for you, but you still have closed your mind to the Word of God. And I'm talking to somebody right now who has an empty boat and a closed mind, and you feel like you're smarter than God. Because you feel like you can outthink God. You say all that stuff sounds good, but I got a better way. You take your stand and you try to make things work on your own terms. But listen, there's no other stand like the Word of God. If you're going to make it in life, Here it is. You're going to have to learn how to stand on the promises of the word of God. Psalm number 1 say, blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stand in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do he meditate both day and night. And he shall be like a tree. I'm standing on the word of God, planted by the rivers of water that bring forth his fruit in his season, and his leaf also shall not wither, and whatever he does shall prosper. You looking for instant stuff, but you got to take time. He say, whatever he does shall prosper. I got to trust in the word of the Lord. When the Lord tells me the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delights in his way, and though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholds him with his right hand. I got to stand on the word of the Lord. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and don't lean to your own understanding. And in all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. You got to learn how to stand on the promises of God. I've been young, and now I'm old, but I've never seen the righteous forsaken, nor a seed begging bread. I got to trust in the word of the Lord. Wait on the Lord, and be of good courage, and he shall strengthen your heart. Wait, I say, on the Lord. You got to stand on the word of God. If God said it, he said, I'll make you the head and not the tail. I'll make you above and not beneath. You got to stand on the promises of God. Open up your mind and open up your heart and allow God to work in your heart and your mind. You say, be not weary in doing good, for in due season. And you do know seasons change. You just need to tell somebody, my season ain't here yet, but it's coming. Touch your neighbor, tell them my season coming. I'm just waiting on my season. I know I got to go through some cold days and some wintry days, but look, it's springtime gonna show up. And when springtime show up, after spring comes summer. I know seasons change. Maybe you in your green season right now. Maybe you in your good season right now. But if I just hold on and wait on the Lord, I hear the writer say, they that wait upon the Lord shall renew their strength. They are mount up with wings like eagles. They'll run and not get weary. They'll walk and shall not faint. I know your boat is empty. I know you're unemployed. I know you're underemployed. I know you got more bills than you do Benjamins. But all you got to do is wait. Keep your mind open. I know it don't make sense right now, the stuff that you're going through, but the Bible says that the things that you're going through are actually working out for your good. All things work together for good to those who love the Lord and to those who are the called according to his purpose. Now, all things are not good by themselves, but all things work together for good. And I wonder if I got anybody in here right now that you were going through some things in your life and they didn't look good while you were going through them. But when all the things came together, when I look back over my life and see what the Lord has done, I got a testimony. God has been good to me. Matter of fact, I wouldn't take nothing from my journey right now. I'm glad the Lord took me through some stuff, because I am what I am right now. And not because of what I didn't go through, but it's the stuff I had to endure. And I don't look like the stuff I've been through. And I wonder if I got anybody in here right now that could just tell somebody, you don't know the stuff that I went through. I'm looking good right now, but it ain't always been that way. I got a smile on my face right now, but it hasn't always been like that. I got a praise in my lips right now, but it hasn't always been like that. You don't know like I know. Watch it, watch it. Watch what Peter does with the empty boat. Verse number 3 says, in verse 1 and 2, Nobody in the boat. Verse 3 says, then he got into one of the boats, which was Simon, and asked him to push out from a little from the land. And he sat down and taught the multitude from the boat. Y'all, when you let Jesus in your business, when you learn how to let Jesus in your business, things are going to change. Let Jesus in your business, let him talk to you for a little while. See, Peter allowed Jesus to get into his boat. And when he allowed him to get into his boat, he was really allowing the word in his business. Oh, my goodness. He was allowing the word to get in his business. Now, for those of you who don't know, wherever Jesus is, that's church. If Jesus ain't there, it ain't church. I don't care what the building look like. If Jesus ain't there, it ain't church. It could be the Compact Center. It could be the Toyota Center. But if Jesus ain't there, it ain't church. I just thought I'd throw that one in for free. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what they tell you it is. If Jesus ain't in it, it ain't church. So Jesus gets into his boat. And he gets into his boat and he begins to get the living word to Peter. Now you would think that this is the first time Peter encountered Jesus, but it's not the first time. Because the first time Peter encounters Jesus, he was at work. In John chapter 1, when they were out on the seashore, he encountered Peter when he was working. The next time he catches him at worship. Church. Yeah, he was at church. He was at church. I remember when Jesus was in church and he was preaching and he healed that man in Luke chapter 4. Then the next time you see him, he brings him from work to worship. Then he catch him at his house. Because, you know, Peter got a mother-in-law. He got a mother-in-law problem. That's what I said. I ain't making it up. He said he had a mother-in-law was sick. And Peter say, listen, I need you to come to my house and look at my mother-in-law. Because she got a problem. I'm just telling you what was in the Bible. And Jesus come to the house and he bent over the mother-in-law and whatever she had left. And she got up and started serving. Okay? She started serving. So now here Peter is. He understands what the word could do because he saw what the word did while he was at work. He saw what it did at worship. And he sure saw what it did to his mother-in-law. I ain't making this up, y'all. So now here he is. Jesus tell Peter, he said, listen, I want you to launch out to the deep and let down your net for a catch. Peter allows Jesus in the boat, and then Jesus tells him what to do with his business. He say, if you want to catch fish, he said, you're going to have to launch out into the deep. In other words, you're going to have to go further than you would be. I ain't telling you to go in different waters. I just want you to go in deeper waters. Because, see, you can't catch big fish in shallow water. I know you've been fishing now, but I need you to go just a little bit deeper.